Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are pen paling again to Gigi. If you saw my last pen pal, you know that I didn't get to hers, but don't you worry, these videos were filmed around the same time, so I didn't just wait like 2 months to get back to her. So, let's start with the decoration. I have this pen that I bought at a mall for like $1. It's a double-sided pen. It's great. It's in this like peach color, and I was using some spare graph paper I have to do the flowers entangle, which I then cut out and glued as a border on the side of the paper. I used blank printer paper because I was just feeling a little bit edgy, a little bit like I could do it with no lines, but if you want to do it with lined paper, you could probably just do the art straight onto the paper. For this pattern, the grid is important, but you can hand draw your own grid. You basically just do the chains going down vertically and then chains going back the opposite way horizontally, and it makes this little flower pattern. There's many variations, but this is the most simple form of the pattern. In total, I made 2 strips to go on the front of 2 papers. I just did the fronts and then I wrote on both sides. Because it was the same month as my last one, I'm including the same gift, a friendship bracelet, and I thought I'd show you a little bit how I made them in a time lapse. So I use 4 colors, that's about a standard size, and then I think it's 3.5 rounds around the clipboard. So I use the clipboard to help measure the string, and then I fold it in half, tie it at the top, and do the stitches. I think everybody, or most people who are familiar with friendship bracelets, know the stitch, but I know something I struggled with when I was a kid that made me basically give up on making friendship bracelets was the fact that they always twisted, and I couldn't figure out how to adjust it to make it not twist. But this is a strategy I learned from one of the girls in my French class in junior year of high school, so it only took me, 16 years to learn how to make a friendship bracelet correctly, and I will share you the secret. You have to do 2 stitches in a row. 2 stitches in a row with the same color on the same thread is what will make it lay flat. At the top of the letter, I did a little bit of cursive hand lettering with that same peach color to make it match. I did the thin strokes and then you do a cursive in the middle just because it looks extra complex. And then I'm using my same pen as usual, the Pilot G2 I believe, in size 0.5, and just going to town. Gigi is a year older than me, so she's going into college this fall, and I'm going into my senior year. So it's nice to also have someone to ask all my questions to, especially because she's not from my town, so she has a little bit of broader and different knowledge than the people I could usually ask who are from around here. She's also interested in theater, although she is doing a transfer, which is a very economic option, especially during these current situations. So it's also been nice to ask her about what the process of transferring, or at least getting her credits, is like, so I have an idea if I choose to do a transfer as well. As you guys probably saw in my last video, I just got 6 baby chicks. So I wanted to share this with Gigi, and I decided to send her a Polaroid. So I use the Polaroid Mint for instant shoot and print photos on the spot. I like it a lot because the photos are a lot cheaper than the Instax. They're only about 50 cents each. Although the quality is a little bit lower, I like it because I can send it around without worrying too much about the cost. And it has 3 options: color, black and white, sepia. You can give it a frame, and it has a timer. The camera has a rechargeable battery that charges with the mini USB, so you can plug it into your computer or to your Cube if you have an iPhone. To turn it on, you just press and hold the on button, and then the lights will light up. I most often use the color setting. The shutter, I think, has gotten a little slower over time, so I don't know exactly when it snaps to when it pushes the button, so I just hold in place, make sure I line up the photo. There is a little bit of disconnect because the camera hole is higher than the lens, so you do have to take that into consideration. The first hole at the top is where you look through, and then the second one is a selfie mirror, and then the third one is the camera, so it's pretty far away. The perception hole turns blue when it's printing, and then it comes out the bottom, as you can see. And it comes out fully ready to go. It's not like the Instax where it has to develop a little bit. You see as it's coming out how the picture looks. So to the letter, I added a little blurb about my chicks, and then I slipped the photo in. The back is actually a sticker paper, which is super fun. I have not stuck it to anything because I want to be able to shuffle around the picture and change the direction, but if you wanted to, you could stick it straight onto your letter. Peep, peep. Then I discovered I could do this top angle so you could see a lot better of what I was doing. I just wrote a little caption and description on the back of the photo, almost like an Instagram post, make sure you know the date it was taken and what it's of, because if your pen pal chooses to keep it in a couple years, they're not going to know what that is. Now I have this booklet of 892 animal stickers that I bought at the Michaels near CISA. It has every single kind of animal you can imagine, but I was looking for a chicken to match the chickens inside, obviously, and I did end up finding it under farm animals. They had several options, but I went for the medium-sized Rhode Island Red and used that to decorate the outside of the envelope. And now for my monstrous T-Rex stamps. I've gone through, luckily, a lot more now, and I have some that are a little bit more tame. It was a little aggressive to have like a cute chicken and then a dinosaur that would eat the chicken for breakfast on the same envelope. But you do what you gotta do to send. And then just like last time, I made a little card with a little message on it to put the friendship bracelet and slipped that into the envelope. For this letter, I ended up with 2 pages front and back. I used this standard office envelope with the little peel off, which is nice when you're doing a couple letters in a row because then you don't have to lick it and it just tastes all weird. And then fold that sucker into thirds. Make sure that the heading is at the top so when they open it they get a nice little greeting. And you can use the envelope to size how big to fold. And you can fold all your sheets at once. Again, for the people in the back. You can fold all your sheets at once. You don't need to fold them separately like how I did in my last video. And then I'm just sandwiching in that last little Polaroid so it's a little surprise. The friendship bracelet I put just in the letter, but that one I wanted to be a surprise when she got there and then she would know what it means. And everything into the letter and we're all done. So I know some of you guys were wondering how I mail letters directly from my house without going to the post office. So I live in a neighborhood, which means the mail comes straight to my house. And so we have a little mail slot on our door that the mail comes into. And we just put a little binder clip. And so we just clip the mail to that. And yes, we do get Netflix videos. We clip those as well. And we just clip it on and then the mailman will just take it from there. And that's how I mail directly from my house. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having fun learning about pen paling. I got a lot of great response from my last video, so I thought I'd do another one, and I have another one on the way as well, for 3 different people, so you can see 3 different styles. There's a lot of confusion with everything going on right now, but the USPS always needs help. They're not really a small business, but they're like a business that's going out of style, so I like supporting them, and it's always super fun to get something in the mail. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you liked this video, share it with a friend, and I'll see you next week for more pen pal or not pen pal related content.